Hi, don't know if you got the chance to watch the first video. If you did, thanks for watching and for your emails and phone calls. In this video, you'll see how to get consistent results for your clients, do what you love and make enough money to pay your bills without selling your soul, and the opportunity of a half-hour free consultation on how to apply the SPICE model in your business. SPICE stands for Soul, Purpose, Inspire, Create, Engineer. It's a model you can use to transform your business and become fulfilled. Imagine this scenario. What if you could do what you love every day, get inspired and deliver great value to your clients so you make enough money to live life to the full? You want to grab a pen and paper because this is vital stuff. Sounds too good to be true? Don't take my word that it's possible to build a profitable business on ethical principles. Listen to how Frankie Burrows, founder and director of the Champion Soccer Academy, applied the SPICE model with my help. In this interview with Frankie, how we transformed the marketing of the TCSA and gave more soccer-mad kids in Swansea the chance to shine.
You're talking to today?
Yeah, it's good to talk to you as well. I'm just going to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, fire away.
Okay, brilliant. So the first question I want to ask you is, why are you in business?
Well, it's evolved over time. I got into business like a lot of people really. I was passionate about what I was doing as a technician. My background is in teaching and coaching, which I love to do. And I set up an independent football academy with the intention of giving myself the opportunity to follow my passion, which is developing kids to be in the best they can be in football and in life. So, but it's evolved over time because, as you've helped, certainly played a big role in helping me to understand, is that, I've needed to mature, not just personally, but recognize that I'm running a business.
Yeah.
And evolve, if you follow the E-Myth, the Michael Gerber approach of evolving from a technician, being a coach, to a manager, to an entrepreneur. And I'm kind of somewhere between a manager and an entrepreneur at the moment, although I'm still doing plenty of coaching as well, which I'm enjoying.
Brilliant. So what really inspires you?
Just working. I love working with kids. I love finding, I love learning, whether it's reading, attending courses, learning from my own practice as a coach. But I love finding and developing ways of getting the best out of people and getting the best out of myself.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's, I'm actually really inspired about, working in the business as well, which is a great surprise to me because I kind of grew up almost thinking that if you were in business making money, then you had to be a real bastard.
Evil man.
Yeah. So yeah.
Brilliant. So what did you set out to create with the TCSA when you first started?
What did I set out to create with TCSA?
Yeah.
It started with a problem, really. Like a lot of things, I thought I could provide a solution to the problem, and the problem was, it was a problem that I had as a young player trying to make my way in the game.
Yeah.
And it was a problem that I noticed with a lot of young aspiring players that I was working with. I was employed by a professional football club.
Yeah.
And really enjoyed many aspects of the role, but I felt that there was one problem. For example, when I gave a report to a kid sitting there with his parents and saying, okay, you've been signed, or you haven't been signed, or you've been retained, or you haven't been retained, go away and work on these things and improve your game so that you can continue on your journey to fulfilling your dreams. But who the hell is going to help that kid with all the things he needs to work on, if he hasn't got a coach guiding him through it? And very often it needs a very personal approach, and you need to get inside the player's mind, understand what makes him tick, understand what's driving the family, You know, every player's coming to you with a set of hopes, dreams, fears, successes they've had, things that are going well, things that are not going well, and I see it as my job as a coach to put all that together and work out the best way to unlock their potential. So you can't do that with just 1 or 2 sessions a week. Even if those sessions are amazing, even if they're world class, it's about providing a holistic approach. So that was my aim, to set up the Champion Soccer Academy so that we could be a real hub of support. So if a player is moving from the grassroots and wants to get right up to the top level professional football, he's got that consistent source of support and strength as they move through all the ups and downs, you know, to where they want to get to. So I you know, the analogy I use is of a boxer. You know, it's an individual sport, and you've got someone in your corner, and that someone in your corner needs to be someone who understands all your strengths and weaknesses and how to get the best out of you, and you know, how to prompt you and keep you focused, and you know, shut out distractions and whatever it is you need to do. But in football, in a team sport, you can get lost in all of that. It's sink or swim. So it's really about providing that individual approach, but within a team sport.
Yeah. So talking about having someone in your corner, then hopefully I performed that role.
Absolutely, you did, yeah. You were the first person to come along with a big, massive bucket, and I was sticking all sorts of gob in it in the beginning, wasn't I? I'll never forget that call. Do you remember it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I think I was
Tell me just remind me of what was happening at that time for you.
Well, it was I mean, if we were recording it now, there would have to be a lot of bleeps in there, wouldn't there? Because I was effing and blinding. I was really frustrated because I'm a real student of anything that I get into. So coaching, and then when I got into business, I became a student of business, and you know, I quickly realised through my own experience and also through a lot of stuff that I was reading that marketing and sales is the lifeblood of your business.
Yeah.
And despite spending a lot of money and following great people like Dan Kennedy, and it was probably the main one that I followed, I was struggling to implement a lot of the ideas, even though I could see the value in them. I could see that they could work. So, and also the technical support really with Infusionsoft, the marketing software. And I needed someone who was going to actually take the time to understand my business, which I hadn't found up until that point.
Yeah.
And someone I could trust, someone I identified with, someone I actually enjoyed working with.
Yeah.
And didn't think was a twat.
Thank
you. You know, which it is important to me. It is important that some people, I've got friends who can work with anybody, you know.
Yeah.
But I need to, you know, tick a lot of boxes if I'm going to work with someone, and you did. I think the common interest in, you know, soul music helped.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, so but no, I mean, one of the big things you did was you guaranteed me results.
Yeah.
And you got those results, or you helped me get the results. I did the work, but you spent a lot of time with me understanding what I needed, and you know, and helping me out of all the million and one things I could have been focusing on.
Yeah.
Those 1 or 2 things that I was going to focus on, and those 1 or 2 ways I was going to have of measuring my success.
Yes.
So that was it, really.
Just remind me what those successes were again.
Well, when we started, it was about 50 members. And,
yeah.
You know, we had a target to get it above 60 within a month, I think it was.
Yeah.
And we beat that. We had 13 new members.
Yeah. It took about 6 weeks, I didn't it? It wasn't quite within the month.
Yeah, it was over a bit longer maybe. But we now, you know, we're now growing still steadily. You know, we're not exploding, but that's probably a good thing given that we're not a massive company. So we're growing in a manageable way.
That's good.
You know, in a reliable way, in a predictable way.
Yeah.
So we're up to 80 members now. So
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
it's not bad going from where we started. So yeah, everything's going well, and like I say, it's you really helping me to distill down all the things I had been learning and focus on those one or two things that were going to make the difference, and it's helping me to get really focused on it.
Thank you. And that's what I'm going to be focusing on the rest of this video, is the one big thing.
Yeah.
Just to help to get focused, yeah. So just one more question for you then. What's next for the PCSA?
Well, there's a few things really. I'm going to continue growing the membership.
Yeah.
Our goal is to achieve an academy team for each age group. We've already started playing professional teams, like we played Queen's Park Rangers, QPR in the summer.
Wow.
We're quite close to arranging a game against Manchester City's academy. We've played other professional teams like Hereford, Walsall, Shrewsbury Town, which is a great opportunity for our players. And that's what we want to. It's all about providing them with opportunity in terms of coaching, and games against high quality opposition, so that they can expose themselves to a higher level, and we can help them raise their standards so they can get to where they want to get to. Another big target is to, which I've already, I'm quite close to finishing a book.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I've actually got two on the go. So I've got one that's aimed at coaches, and one that's aimed at parents and players.
Yeah.
And so we're going to get heavily into the information products market.
Yeah.
Set up a membership site in the new year,
Yeah.
which is going to be worldwide. And I'm off to the States next summer for 2 or 3 months.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, so we're going to be taking the Champion Soccer Academy stateside, and delivering about 12 weeks of coaching over there.
Yeah.
So we're really excited about that, because it's taken off massively in the US. It's been growing steadily for years and years. I've been over there 3 times before, but it'll be the first time I've taken my own company there.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. And then the sky's the limit. Then I'm really passionate about developing coaches. We've got a number of volunteers. Well, some of our coaches who are with us right now started as volunteers, worked for free for a long time, and then proved their worth, their passion, their skills, and now I've got one guy who's more or less full time, and he's an outstanding coach. So when you look at the impact that a coach can have on a young person's life, not just in terms of his football skills, but in terms of his life skills, his confidence. I mean, my biggest goal is, whether a player makes it or not, he comes out of our academy knowing what he wants out of life, knowing how to get it, and having the skills to make it happen. So one of our big goals is to have a coaches academy.
Yeah.
Because I feel that's something missing in this country. We have some great courses with the FA, whether it's in England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland. What's missing is breeding grounds for coaches.
Yeah.
Because it can be a very competitive world where it's a bit dog eat dog. People don't necessarily always want to get ahead for themselves, and they don't necessarily want to help others. But we're at a point now where we've got sustainable income, which to be brutally honest, when I start, as you know, when I started, I didn't have that. I was struggling. The coaching has been going well pretty much since we started. I'm not just blowing our own trumpets, but we are excellent, and we're one of the best in the UK. That's not just my opinion, in terms of the qualifications of our coaches, the experience, the track record of producing players who've gone into professional clubs, the track record of making players more confident, by the measure of their own parents and themselves, and all the testimonials we've got. But where we want to get to in the coming year is that we're actually developing other streams of income. and then the academy will become more of a laboratory for our ideas, producing the absolute best and latest ideas for developing players on and off the pitch. So that's something that really excites me, because it's going to become even more of a passion, or I'm going to get to do even more what I'm passionate about.
Fantastic. Well, I'm really inspired to be working with you. I hope I can help you on your journey as you move towards achieving those business goals, and I hope we can continue working together. Absolutely.
Might even fly you over to the States at some point. Maybe next year, though.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much, Frankie. I will speak to you soon. Take care, though.
Okay, thanks very much, Graham. Can't thank you enough for everything you've done. You've been brilliant.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Frankie.
Thank you.
Bye.
A question that may be on your mind: how do I make myself stand out in a highly competitive professional environment? Well, I've heard that many times. That's all well and good for Frankie, but will it work in my market? My challenge to you is to look for ways this will work. I've applied the SPICE model in personal fitness training and gyms, management training and coaching, tax advice, professional speakers, SEO specialists, photography tour specialists, bed and breakfast accommodation, etc. So the answer is yes, you can make yourself stand out in a highly professional environment. Now I want to share another practical skill with you. This video will use the SPICE model to do the one big thing you love to do every day. The one big thing you love to do every day exercise, here it is, let's do it. First of all, grab a couple of pens and an A3 sketch pad. Open the sketch pad so you have 2 pages in front of you. On the page to your left, write the one big thing I love to do today. In the middle of the left page, and draw a circle around it with branches coming off it. Now, on the page to your right, write the one big thing I love and plan to do today in the middle of the page and draw a circle with branches coming off it. Write or draw whatever comes into your head onto the branches around the circle on the page, first to your left and then to your right. Look at what you've written or drawn and do it. Go do it. Go do it. Go do it. Repeat every day for the rest of your life. Now, you may be wondering, how will you help business owners get passionate about their business? How will you fire them up to believe in themselves and take action? Go do it. Well, there's an art and science to find your passion for business and get it done. In video 3, I'll show you the Get It Done exercise to put the spice back in your business. Until then, here's what I want you to do. Post your results from the one big thing I love to do every day exercise below, and I promise I'll read every one and respond to you with tips, advice and guidance. And also, it's proof that you've actually done the exercise, and the only way to get benefit from these exercises is to do the exercises. So go do it. And to find out how much your business can change using the SPICE model, I invite you to book a free, no obligation consultation on Skype. You'll get new insights into your business goals, your positioning in the market, the best media to use and your message. The whole thing will only take 30 minutes. To book, please complete the form below. Go do it. Go do it. Go do it. That's all for now. Speak soon. Cheers. Bye.